All right, I gotta change this. 3, 2, 1, Tetris, go, go, go. All right, I gotta change this. The launching needs to be a mod. Mod. Congratulations, you've been modded. Ooh, interesting start for Spectric. Might build one off the bottom column 2 Tetris, possibly. If the bar would show up. This is apparently, there it is. Phew, okay. Survived that kind of dicey situation, but now has a little bit of a problem on the left side. Not a problem. Gonna get Tetris, though, to go to 45,000. Toast. Clean. Tetris ready. Still has 1 Tetris on the board, so Spectric, even though scarier board, is a tiny bit more efficient. 69,160. Hey now. Counter is at 1. Beautiful looking boards though from Toast right now. There's a Tetris to go to 71,000. Spectric at 92,000. Another Tetris for Toast. Really clean game from Toast so far. 118 to 115. Is ahead in the line count though by about 4 already, so yeah, it looks like Spectric up about a Tetris here as we are at the quarter line mark, quarter of the way to the what do you want to call it here, the turn. Wow, my commentary chops are just not there today. It's what happens. You get out of practice, you know, you forget things. 185, Spectric needing a couple of burns here. There's 1. Would love a J for that left side. Not getting the long bar. Okay, there's a long bar, but this board a little high for Spectric. There's a Tetris for Toast. 196, 193. Oh gosh, that is a terrible hang for Spectric, and that's gonna do it. Toast is the winner for game number 1, 197,000 to 193. So Toast, you are good for game number 1, and you are in the lead. 0. GG. Alright, we got GG's. I'm playing with South House money at this point. I don't know. Like, obviously we're looking here, I'm looking at all your guys' profile here. We do have it ready. Let's go ahead and get this started here. 3. Yeah, hang on there though. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. I have some things to say about that. Toast. Alright, so Spectric PB 1.1. Obviously, you know, you gotta say, we'll say the potential is very high for Spectric. Not that long ago was hanging out in TNP, actually. I remember, I think the first time I saw Spectric, I was in gold and Spectric was in silver? Maybe even bronze, and quickly fixed that. That potential really showing very quickly, getting a 1.1, so not even a max, but a 1.1 in that time. About, I want to say probably 4 or 5 months. So playing very well, a hybrid play style. Toast, in the meanwhile, has also been actually making some good moves in on his Tetris journey as well. A DAS player, though. So what I will say about these two players' play styles is that I think you'll see that Toast plays a very, we'll call it old school traditional stack, very conservative, versus Spectric, who can kind of go aggro, but it's really kind of, you know, it's interesting to watch at times, you know, because maybe a little more flat stacks, a little bit more risky center wells, but can also really pace hard. Like, look at this, that taking what that crazy situation was, turned it into a Tetris ready board, 1 off the bottom. There's the Tetris. Spectres go to 118. Toast, however, every time I look at over at Toast's board, and this has been the case ever since I've really started watching Toast, even with a near 800k PB, At 18 speeds, you'll just notice that Toast doesn't really get into a ton of trouble. Just kind of like is happy to take the burns, like gonna try to survive and make it to transition. If behind, can do the chase down, of which I have been victim to several times. And not gonna lie, like, sure, you know, Spectric on a good day is probably gonna win most of the time, but consistency means a lot in comp. You don't have to have the best PB to have the best day that day at Tetris. You know, and depending, obviously if you're playing the Scooties of the world, yeah, sure. But a lot of these players, you know, I mean, most of us that play, we're still susceptible to early tops. So if you can outlast your opponent and do a chase down, have enough 19 to be able to chase down, then, you know, really, those PBs don't matter too much. So there's still a chance here for sure. 242 to 209. Toast is up right now. Although the board's starting to climb for Toast. Oh my gosh, that opted not to go left with that L and is going to top out 242. So there is a chase down here. Spectric will actually surpass that right now, 256. So all that talk about safe play and that flat board burning Toast smells a little crispy in here, as Spectric, the electric toaster, will toast some toast. Maybe burned him just a bit to go up to one game, evening out the set so far, 1-1. 560k pace. Yeah, you were pacing. May I remind you, though, pacing isn't the name of the game. Oh, it is fun, though. It is fun to pace. There's nothing at stake, right? You just go ahead and go for it. All right, we have it ready from both of our players. Pasta with sauce in chat. First time chatter. Man, we've got ourselves quite the dinner showing up here in my chat today. We got toast, we got pasta. We've got SpectricElectric, so we can use some electric stuff to like make some of this food, right? Either way, let's go ahead and get this game number 3 kicked off. Who will take the definitive lead in this set? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh, you're doing a max out grind, Pasta. Very cool. $932,000? Wow. And a roller. Okay. At 382.19 might be a little bit of a misnomer. My guess is you had more than 382,000 to get that 932 PB. I bet you if you grinded 19 a tiny bit more, you'd have a 500k easy. That 19. Anjing saying, what do you mean? We are playing classic Peastress Weekly. Quite the carbs, indeed. 45,000 for Spectric. This board getting a little high. Toast getting some good pieces, taking a skim. Gonna build out that left side. And Spectric, with just one more burn to go, is Tetris ready now. 100,000. 99, 180, my bad. 22 lines in, though. That's a pretty good 500k pace here for Spectric. A little over 500k right now. Ooh. Oh, 2 misdrops there on the left side. This is actually kind of a dangerous board now for Spectric. Needs to get some pieces over left, fill in these holes in row 4 and 3 and 2. Well, yeah, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Okay, Spectric is working through this. Getting this board back down. Good pieces. Perfect L there. Now would love a bar. Gonna take a delay double there, and clean but flat, needs a bar, gets the bar in time. Finally, 133,000. Toast has taken advantage of that slowdown from Spectric and is now up 150 to 139. Toast almost set up for little bit of indecision there. Oh no! Needs to get a bar all the way right. Well, might have to quick tap this one though, or late flat. There we go. That's a good flat burn there, the J. But now has to get something left and will not be able to. Oh my goodness, both these players showing a little bit of jitters halfway up the board, and this time Toast is going to not survive while Spectric did survive. And that's the difference here, as Spectric will take a 2-1 lead. GG's. Again, Das can't save the life. Yeah, Das. I keep telling myself, if I ever max out, which are still probably like a year to 2 years away, I will switch to roll. Somehow I don't think I'm going to get much better with roll, but I bet you if I can max with Das, I could probably 1.1 or 1.2 with roll. It's going to take me forever to learn how to roll, though. My guess is it's going to be like 6 months before of rolling before I can even get anywhere close to being able to play at 18. Oh my goodness. Hey, Blue Scooty's grandpa's in chat. Hope everyone had a great Christmas. I hope you did too. Hope you had some ice cream and sweets. Pasta Sauce saying I had a 400k and 19 during my PB game. Nice, yeah. So I figured. You did have some sweets, excellent. Also, hey now seed. It is a hey now seed. You know what? That's probably worthy of a hey now counter. Hey now. Hey now. Oop, 2. There you go. All right, we've already from both our players. Spectric looking to wrap this one up in 3. Toast looking to bring it to a decider. Who will prevail? Let's find out. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, Pasta, the thing is, like, I kind of know myself. I'm old. I don't have as much time as some of the younger folks here that play Tetris. And life just gets kind of busy for me sometimes, so I just make slow progress. I'm okay with it. I don't mind that it takes longer, except for sometimes. I really feel like I should have a max by now, but, you know. I'm also okay with taking the long route. Smelling the leaves or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. Something about, you know, the road less traveled or something. 48,000 to 26,000. Yeah, pretty exciting to see another roller on the verge of getting a max. And when people getting their first maxes never gets old for me. Like I'm always excited to see it happen, and you know it still takes a lot of work even for the best players. You don't just like kind of wake up one day and then get a max out. You know, it takes time and effort and practice. So it's always exciting to see. I'm looking forward to your max, Pasta. I'm looking forward to Toast's max too. When's that going to happen, Toast? Do you have a prediction? Do you think you can do it this year? I think you could probably do it this coming... When I say this year, I mean this coming year. 83,000 for Toast. 165 for Spectric. So Spectric off to a pretty hot start here. Let's see transition game, shall we? It would be our first transition game should we get there. We are 40 lines in now, so Spectric kind of on pace here for 500k transition. Toast probably more like a 400, 300 something. But you know, there's plenty of Tetris to be had in a pretty good shape board. There's a Tetris there to add to it. 162. Yeah, you know what? That's a 400. That's like a 450 transition for Toast. So still respectable pace. Keeping up as Spectric is now at 220. 245 now, but up about 7 lines in the future. Toast at 189 now, 268 for Spectric. I can only play on weekends, usually is my goal since August has been to max by New Year's. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you're right there, right? Like, you're already deep into 900k, so it could happen any game. if you've got a break right now, if you're on a winter break of some kind, maybe you'll have a little bit more opportunities to try to grind for it. I keep thinking I'm going to have more time, and then I don't. Like, oh, good, winter. No, well, first of all, I've got to work again 3 days this coming week. There's a triple from Spectric. 302,000, 239. So, ooh, Toast decided to make a long bar dependency and then immediately plug it. So this is going to be a slight dig situation for Toast. Love a long bar to get a split triple. Going to go ahead and just dig it down the old-fashioned way. Gonna have to S flat that. Nowhere else to put that S, but it worked out great. Bringing this board down safely. Just kind of obviously hurting the pace, but 88 lines, 272 for Toast, 318 for Spectric. So both players have been in a little bit of a slowdown, but both players are mostly safe. Okay, Spectric set up for a column 3. This is a interesting situation. Does get the bar in time though, so interesting ends up being a good thing. 344 to 297. Toast with a more traditional looking board right now. And there's the bar for the Tetris to go to 320,000 at 100 lines. Both these players a little bit behind the 500k pace. $368 now at 100 lines for Spectric. 321 at 100 lines for Toast. So about 2.5 Tetris lead for Spectric. Still close. Anyone's game. And if we get a transition, then, you know, well, who knows? Obviously, we know Spectric is talented at 19 speeds, has gotten a 1.1. That doesn't happen without 19 play. Toast, though, has, you know, penchant for getting to kill screen. There's a Tetris for Spectric, go to 419, 10 lines to go. Set up for a Tetris. There's a Tetris for Toast to go to 414. It is actually almost neck and neck now. Toast has brought this all the way back and is within just a Tetris or so. And both these players are nearing transition though. 128 lines for Spectric at 466, 437 at 123 for Toast. Oh man, Toast making some last second decisions. They're going to go for one more Tetris. 461, 475 transition for Spectric. Toast going to try to squeeze in one more. Not going to burn this one in. Oh my goodness. Toast going to go ahead and triple in. The bar just wasn't coming in. I'm going to bring the board down. 473 at 134. And Spectric sticking with these left wells right now. Kind of stacked high. This board getting a little scary. Oh no, that misdrop. I don't think Spectric's going to be able to get out of this. 492 is your chase down. You need to get to 493. 493. Toast trying to hold out for a bar. Going to take a double. Board's starting to get a little scary. Needs to get something left now. No bars coming. Ran into the same problem that Spectric did and just ran out of space to put stuff on the left side. Unfortunate. Such a close game there. 481 to 492 came right down to that last couple lines, and a drought for this Hey Now seed means that Spectric is your winner for game number 4 and the set. So congratulations to Spectric and a good game. We got to transition